More than 50 heads of states, hundreds of ministers and thousands of business representatives gathered for the annual economic forum in Davos, Switzerland. But the leading players in the global political arena decided to stay at home. US President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping will not take part in it. Europe is represented by the largest number of political leaders. On the forum's agenda are the global problems caused by the Russian invasion. So much is at stake, we really need to find solutions on the wars and conflicts. We also have to secure that we do not go into recession, and we have 10 years of low growth as we had in the 1970s. Bosch Brende, president of the World Economic Forum, on Twitter. Traditional topics for the Davos Forum, like the fight against climate change and healthcare, have lost their priority. For the second year in a row, Russia's war against Ukraine has become dominant in political circles. So, Poland is already gathering a coalition of countries for military assistance to Ukraine.
We are trying to organize a bigger support for Ukraine. So we hope that there is a few partners, a few allies who will give tanks to Ukraine, Leopard tanks, Challenger tanks from Great Britain. Yes, and so we hope that producer of that tanks, Germany, will also participate in this.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz himself assured that Berlin would continue to support Ukraine, but he evaded answering the question about the possible supply of Leopard 2 tanks. NATO Secretary General also called for increased military assistance to Ukraine. According to him, the situation on the fronts of hostilities has stabilized in recent weeks, but the protracted fierce fighting near Bakhmut has demonstrated the importance of providing more weapons to support Ukraine.
This may be a pivotal moment in the war, and we need to understand that most likely this war will end at the negotiating table. Nobody knows exactly how the war will end, but most likely around negotiations or around the negotiating table. But what we do know is that the outcome of those negotiations will be totally dependent on the strength on the battlefield. So if we want Ukraine to prevail as an independent sovereign nation and a peaceful negotiated solution, more support for Ukraine is the way to peace, to a negotiated peace. President Putin has shown no sign preparing for peace. Therefore, he must realize that he cannot win on the battlefield.
In turn, the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, confirmed that unwavering support of Ukraine by foreign investors, although many doubt the prolonging of this support. At the same time, she stressed that Ukraine is a candidate for EU membership, and European countries are providing it with more and more weapons.
Many doubted whether European support would be so unwavering, but today Ukraine is a candidate country to access the European Union. European countries are providing more and more critical weapons to Ukraine. We are hosting around 4 million Ukrainians in our cities, our homes and our schools. We have put in place the strongest sanctions ever, which leave the Russian economy facing a decade of regression and its industry starved of any modern and critical technologies. There will be no impunity for these Russian crimes. Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, during World Economic Forum 2023 in Davos.
To strengthen solidarity and support for Ukraine in Davos, the Ukrainian House opened special exhibitions for delegates. One is dedicated to the liberation of Kherson, the other to Russia's war crimes.
The Ukraine House Davos, this already will be the 5th time we open our doors to the community that is here in Davos, and we wanted to showcase what is going on in Ukraine exactly now. We wanted to show the horrible war that is going on, what our people are striving, and we wanted to turn to the international community and ask for the help we need.
Located on the main promenade of the Swiss ski resort, the Ukrainian House, with signs in the Ukrainian colors of blue and yellow, will host a range of events over the next few days, from musical performances to panel discussions on Ukraine's military aid. Reported by Paweł Stelmach, Kristina Dąbrowska, UATV News.